please introduce yourselves?
Jamie.
Melinda. Kelsey.
Ellen.
I'm Jack. Did you know there's an obesity epidemic that is affecting 93.3 million Americans? In fact, $3.3 trillion is spent annually on medical care for chronic conditions, and obesity is associated with $1.4 trillion of that spend. According to the World Health Organization, in 2016, there were more than 1.9 billion adults that were overweight. 650 million of these adults were obese, and at least 2.8 million people die each year from being overweight. In fact, the number of people who are overweight has nearly tripled from 1975 to 2016, and the number continues to rise. The prevalence of obesity right here in America continues to grow significantly, with 9 states having 35% or more of its population being obese. Every one of you listening to this speech is paying the price to treat obese people through higher healthcare costs. A plant-based diet could cure the obesity epidemic that is affecting millions of people worldwide and could solve many of the problems associated with obesity, such as chronic illness, increased costs, and decreased quality of life. Before I did my research, I did not realize how many adults in the United States are obese, and that obesity impacts almost 40% of the population. I was also surprised to find out how many chronic diseases were associated with people being overweight, and that the cure to these conditions is as simply just as changing your diet. Today, I will discuss the many problems associated with being obese. These problems include chronic health conditions, increased costs, and decreased quality of life. I will then discuss how eating a plant-based diet can solve these problems. Getting people to follow a plant-based diet will not be easy, but by educating people on its many benefits is a great place to start. Let's start by talking about how being obese can lead to severe chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. People with obesity are more likely to have high blood pressure and high cholesterol levels, which can lead to heart disease and strokes. They are also more likely to have diabetes, and obesity can affect the way your body uses insulin to control your blood sugar levels. Obesity can increase your risk of certain cancers, including breast cancer and colon cancer. According to a study published in the American Journal of Public Health, obesity causes about 1 in 5 deaths in the U.S. each year, which is nearly the amount caused by smoking. Obesity also leads to higher costs and lost productivity. Obesity has taken a toll on healthcare costs around the country. According to the CDC, it is estimated about $210 billion is spent on obesity-related illnesses, and that medical costs for individuals with obesity are significantly higher than for people of normal weight. In the workplace, decreased productivity and increased absenteeism due to obesity is a huge economic burden on our society. Employees with obesity have a higher number of sick days, medical claims, and workers' compensation claims. Obesity also has many negative impacts on people's quality of life. The solution to this problem is to eat a plant-based diet. People that eat a plant-based diet are leaner and have a much lower rate of obesity because they consume fewer calories and less calories from fat. People that eat a plant-based diet have a reduced risk of heart disease and lower blood pressure. In the studies of Seventh-day Adventists, vegetarians' risk of developing diabetes was half of those of non-vegetarians. There have been many studies that suggest eating fruits and vegetables can reduce the risk of developing certain cancers. These studies also provide evidence that vegan, vegetarian, and low-meat diets are associated with the increase in quality of life and modest increase in longevity. I know that many of you think that eating a plant-based meal or diet is not practical. However, you do not need to change your diet all at once. According to the Mayo Clinic, the term flexitarian has been coined to describe someone who eats mostly plant-based foods, but occasionally eats meat, poultry, and fish. The kind of healthy eating emphasizes fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and has been shown to reduce your risk of heart disease and other chronic conditions. In conclusion, I hope you understand obesity causing chronic conditions, increased costs, and decreasing productivity, and that eating mostly fruits, vegetables, and other plant-based foods can solve these problems. As I discussed, a plant-based diet can cure the obesity epidemic that is affecting millions of people worldwide. It can cure chronic conditions associated with obesity such as heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancer. So the next time you have a craving for a hamburger, grab an apple or a bowl of fresh fruit instead. Your body will thank you